Hey everybody, welcome back. So I got an update on what's back in stock at freeze-dried wholesalers, and today we're going to be making some chicken teriyaki and egg rolls. Alright folks, welcome back. So before we begin, I want to let you know about what's back in stock. Now when I say back in stock, I want you to understand that freeze-dried wholesalers has the food. It's just a matter of getting it dehydrated fast enough. You guys have been running them out of stuff. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew that the stuff is it's in his coolers getting ready. He just has to freeze dry it. So you can order stuff that's out of stock, and it maybe will take 5 to 6 days to get to you instead of 1 or 2 days. Right now he's running a free shipping special on everything you order, so you're getting free shipping as well. So here's what's back in stock. Perhaps their most popular item, which is kind of unusual, I would have never guessed it. The freeze-dried roasted red skin potatoes and vegetables. That is back in stock, fully order away. Also, freeze-dried 1/3 pound uncooked hamburger patties. You've seen me make those. Those things are awesome. The freeze-dried all-natural cheese curds. Freeze-dried banana walnut pound cake. That stuff's amazing, by the way. Any of their desserts are really good. With the desserts, as I said, we'll explain it a little bit more, but I steam them instead of put water in them. If you just pour water on bread, it's just going to get mushy. I steam them with a little bit of water wrapped up in a paper towel. They come out amazing. Your freeze-dried blue cheese crumbles, freeze-dried chocolate brownie bites, again, really good and also steamed, and freeze-dried cooked buttermilk biscuits. Did those the same way. So, those are some of the items that are back in stock. That's what you can order right now. You still can order the stuff that's out of stock unless it says, not coming back. The stuff that's out of stock, he will be freeze-drying and, dehydrating or whatever, getting it ready for you. You just have to wait maybe a few extra days instead of getting it right away. So, let's begin with the cooking here, and I will show you what we're going to be making today. Alright, first up we got the freeze-dried, fully cooked pulled chicken right here. Now this bag goes for $32.65 regular price. If you click my link, you save 15% on everything on the site, not just what I'm showing today. You got to click my link down below, and I make it the first link on these videos so you know what to click, and you'll save 15%. So this is one bulk package of freeze-dried chicken breast. We've used this before. We know it's awesome. It's prepared for long-term storage, vacuum sealed, packed in a moisture-free, oxygen-free environment, and it's got a nice, easy to tear off top, fast, free shipping, and it runs you about, like I said, $32.65, and you will get a discount if you use my link. You get 15% off. Next up, freeze-dried long-grain rice. Not much to say about that. You know what that is. That runs $26.95. Now, yes, you can get rice from the store, put it in 5-gallon buckets with Mylar and all that, but this is an easy way to do it in a small scale, okay? And you'll be able to add this into your food, and it's easy to prepare, really simple to get going. So, it also doesn't require as much fuel to boil or fuel to hydrate, so that's another plus on it. Next up, after that, is the freeze-dried, fully cooked mini vegetable egg rolls. These things are really good. I've tried you did the taquitos before. The egg rolls are awesome too. I've tried them before. They're really, really tasty. You're going to be getting one package of freeze-dried, fully cooked mini vegetable egg rolls. Net weight of the whole package is 9 ounces. However, it's equivalent to just over 2 pounds of egg rolls when hydrated. They're ready to heat and serve. They're made with freshly chopped 100% cabbage, celery, and carrots. So it's nice, healthy eating. Doesn't have to taste bland. You get a good meal out of it. And because they're fully cooked, you can actually eat them dry right out of the bag. So you can take them on camping or hiking trips as well. That way they're pretty good too. But to hydrate them, you're just going to add a little hot water. They taste even better. You can crisp them over an open flame. You can put them in a pan. What we're going to do today is just hydrate them in hot water. That's going to be the first thing we hydrate. I'm going to set up a little stove here, and I'll show you what stove we're going to be using today. And we're going to hydrate those out. So, let me show you some of the items we're going to be using that aren't part of freeze-dried wholesalers. And this is why it's important to stock spices and sauces and things like that in your preps as well. So you're not kind of stuck with boring, bland food. First off, we're going to be using my favorite, a little bit of minced onion. This is going to be for the chicken. A little tiny bit of soy sauce, because I like it in my teriyaki. A little bit of ground ginger. You can get the dehydrated ginger in these. I just chose this because I'm going to be eating it for lunch, and I like the taste of this stuff better. But the dehydrated stuff works just as well. And of course, teriyaki. Now I have a good amount of teriyaki and soy sauce in my preps for storage. Lasts a good long time. And the cool part is it makes stuff taste a whole lot better. Even questionable stuff that's kind of old, maybe an old can of chicken. It's not bad, it's not gone bad, it's not rotten or anything. But, you know, it gives you a little bit of flavor in your meal, a little bit of variety so you don't get taste fatigue over and over again. So let's get started with hydrating. First thing we're going to do is heat up some water for the mini egg rolls, and then we'll hydrate these while we're waiting for that water to boil. All right, so we're all back. I've got my A-Lock stove set up here. This does run it does have a insert here if you want to use a burner. However, today we're just going to use a alcohol stove. I want you guys to see that you can do this indoors safely, and alcohol is a safer fuel to use indoors. So what we're going to do is light it up, and I got my water in my cup there. I'll explain to you why I'm using this particular titanium Bescardo mug here. I want to heat up the water, but what I want to do is also be able to use this little holder here to insulate it, okay? Because when we want those egg rolls to get nice and warm and insulated all the way through. So that's why I'm using this titanium pot today. We're going to wait for that to bloom. I'm going to put this on once it's ready to go. And then, and actually I think it is already bloomed, yep. And we're going to put this on, and I'll bring it back when that is ready to go. I want it boiling, and then it's going to calm down from there, and that will hydrate the egg rolls. Then we'll move on to the other food. All right, so next up, I'm going to do the rice. Now, this is not scientific at all. I'm just going to throw this rice in here and let it hydrate. What I will do is possibly heat it up with the chicken when it's done. This chicken teriyaki is pretty easy to make. I'm going to put a decent amount of rice in there because I want it to be a good filler with it. Okay, there we go. And that's set. Now really all I have to do with that is just kind of mix it around a little bit. Let me grab a stirrer over here. Just mix it around a little bit and let it get hydrated. And if there's too much water in there, I can always strain it off. So that's pretty much done. We're going to let that sit. You will notice it falling to the bottom as it gets heavier and hydrates. We're going to let that sit while we got our hot water going. And the last up is really, really simple. And this is our pulled chicken. And this is already pretty much ready to go. I do have a little mug here that I'm going to use. By the way, folks, you've probably seen me using this in my channel. This was actually made for me from a friend who does these. I will put her link down below. It's MJP Creations. And you can pick up anything you want over there. Custom mugs, tumblers, anything. So just wanted to let you guys know where I got it from. I thought it was kind of cool. I will put her link down below if you're interested in picking one up, because I'm always pouring water in my videos, and I like having something to actually pour water with instead of a boring container. And yes, I did wash my hands before I did this. So I'm going to stick some chicken in here. Again, remember, I'm just making one portion just for me, so you don't need a ton of food to do it. And that's the nice part. When you're done, you literally seal that up, and you put your oxygen absorber and your desiccant back in there, your desiccant pack, and you're good to go. So let all this stuff hydrate, bring you back when that's ready to go, and I'll show you what it looks like when we put the egg rolls in. We'll seal those up, and we'll start preparing the rice and chicken. All right, so it looks like my water for my egg rolls is done. It is boiling. I will pull it off the burner there. Now what I'm going to do with the rice is, it is pretty well hydrated, but I also want to heat it up. So I'm just going to put it, you'll notice I'm just dropping this in here, and they're kind of sizzling away. I'm going to put it in a pan, a pot, over here, and just kind of heat it up and finish it up. This also comes with the set here. So we're going to drop that in there, and just kind of pour it in, because I want to heat it up too. All right, that's next. This is going here. You can tell. You can see by that. Whoa, that's hot. There we go. You can kind of see. Let me see if I can pick it up for you. I thought I'd be slick there and pick it up without it being hot, because it's titanium. Still hot. You can see the bubbling in there. So we're going to cover that, and I'm going to push these to the side and put it in this little holder here and see how well that holds up, keeping things nice and warm. And the chicken kind of hydrates itself, so I'm not worried about that. The chicken's going to be, chicken's already good to go. So I'm going to strain that before we get back, but I am going to let the rice kind of heat up a little bit. I like to break up my chicken a little bit for this. Anyway, we'll be bringing you back when the rice is boiling over there, and we'll get that going too. All right, as you can tell, the rice is definitely ready. Now you can do it like that. Again, I'm going to probably strain this a little bit because I have a little too much water in there, but that's fine. We're just trying to rehydrate it. Let's see if it, yep. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to let that cover up there. And lastly, we're going to do the chicken. Now I took the chicken inside and rinsed it off a little bit just to make sure everything was good. It's fully hydrated. One of the first things I do with it when I'm doing this. And again, this is my quick little recipe. This is not the correct way to make chicken teriyaki. I take a little bit of soy sauce, just kind of dump it in there and mix it around. I like the flavoring of it, really, that's all. So I'm going to mix that around in there before we put our pan on there. And you can use his chunk chicken or anything. You can even use the raw chicken breasts and chop them up. Either way, this will come out great. This is just a fast way to do it, say, in a small apartment with a alcohol stove where you won't have the issues of too much flames or anything like that, or fumes, I should say. Put a little bit of onion in here. I hate that the onions are always bigger than the holes. Just a little bit of onion. There we go. I'm going to mix that around. And a little bit of ginger. Now, there are a ton of other things you can add to this. You can do like pineapple juice and cinnamon sticks and black pepper and all that. We are going to add salt and pepper. There we go. The last thing I'll do is put on the teriyaki glaze, because I want that to be last to kind of finish it. We are going to add some salt and pepper here. There we go. A little bit of salt and pepper. And a little bit of garlic. This is an awesome way to keep your spices for your emergency supplies or for camping or anything. You just label them. And that's pretty much it. Okay. So I'm going to put this on the stove. And we're going to let that go. And by the way, one of the things I love about the alcohol stoves is it's kind of a continuous cooking process. So if you're really hungry, it just keeps going. You don't have to stop and mess around. That fits in there right there. That's just a Lixada titanium pan. It's not part of the set. This one is. Okay, let's dump this in here. There we go. The last of that chicken out. And we're just going to let this heat up, because remember, this is fully cooked and hydrated. So we're going to heat that up, and now I will put a little bit of the teriyaki glaze. This stuff is awesome. It lasts a very, very long time in storage. This one here is about 4 years old. I literally just rotated it out with a new one. So, there we go. Alright, so once that's all done, and everything's all hydrated, I'm going to plate it up. When it's done, bring you back, and we'll try it out and see how my recipe works. Alright, so we're all done. I got these out. These came out beautiful. They're still crispy, but they're edible. They're not hard. You know, they're not hydrated still. So, dehydrated, I should say. Rice came out perfect. I'm going to put some of that on here. Let's look at that. Nice and sticky, like real Asian rice. There we go. I made a little too much. I can see that. But not horrible. I'll save it for something else. Got about another portion left over in there, so that's something good. And this is why it's important to practice with your prep food beforehand, so you know about, how much you need. First time I've actually made their freeze-dried rice. So here we go with the teriyaki chicken. Just plop that right down on top. Let's see what we have here. Move it out a little bit so it fits the plate. Yeah, somebody told me they could tell I knew I worked in restaurants because I was worried about how I plated up the food. So, there you go. Let's take a good look at that up close. That is what it looks like. So I'm going to clear all this stuff away, and we're going to try it out. All right, all done. First thing I want to try out is one of these egg rolls. Perfect. A little bit of crunchy inside, like a normal egg roll would be from being fried. Not too wet. I did let them sit out. You see there's a little dampness on the end there. But they are absolutely perfect. And they're really tasty too. Now the main part. Let's see this chicken teriyaki. See how this came out. Get a good close-up of it. That is, excuse me, that is absolute perfection. I guess I know what I'm having for lunch today. That is really good. That is really, really good. So, there you go. Very simple, easy to make meal for an emergency situation. Maybe your store's out of food. We've seen all these shortages lately. And this is a way to keep food stockpiled for just that kind of thing happening. With what we see going on in the world, the uncertainty, the panic, the threats of wars, and all sorts of stuff that's going on, along with the shipping issues and the out-of-stock issues in stores. It's definitely a good time to start thinking about getting some food and getting it set up. People will ask you, well, why are you so afraid? Why are you paranoid? Do you want something bad to happen? I'm like, I got car insurance on my car. I don't want to get into an accident. I consider that food insurance. So like I said, folks, he's got lots of stuff back in stock. You can click my link. You save 15% just by clicking the link. Check out everything. There are no freeze-dried sellers that I know of that are selling the variety that he is selling. It's just amazing. I mean, I got freeze-dried egg rolls. Who even thinks to make those? Freeze-dried filet mignon, freeze-dried roast beef, freeze-dried taquitos. There's just, the list just goes on and on of all the stuff he has, and this is so good. And again, for those of you worried about ingredients, you know, boneless, skinless chicken, water, molasses, natural flavor. That's it. No artificial ingredients, minimally processed. That is it. You know, so definitely it's good, healthy, clean food, and I'm going to go eat it before it gets cold. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching. Like I said, his link's down below. Click it and save 15% courtesy of my channel. Don't forget to check out our Amazon affiliate store as well. I try to put everything in there from high-end to cheap, you know, the stuff that's going to be expensive and inexpensive. For new preppers who might be interested in starting out some stuff, I also put everything that I review in there as well that's on Amazon. Don't forget our My Patriot Supply, which is preparewithiridium.com. Preparewithiridium.com. They have some amazing deals right now and big savings on 4-month and 3-week kits, so check them out. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life Food, another source for clean, healthy, freeze-dried food in cans. Again, 25-year shelf life on all this stuff, pretty much anything else freeze-dried. I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.